honor to have you all here. Welcome to the inaugural Nalafem Summit. Thank you to our host, Honorable Dame Pauline Talon, Minister of Women Affairs of Nigeria. I believe the only way to fight injustice is to act. So I started mobilizing my sisters, incredible women who are the youngest women ministers like Emma of Namibia, the boldest voices like Jaha of the Gambia, the most dedicated public servants like Rose of Kenya, the most badass feminists like Rosabelle of Uganda, the trailblazers like Natasha of Zambia, and the mover and shakers like Oluwacho of Nigeria.
So Nalafem is that platform for young people across the continent to really, connect, but importantly to do impactful work.
I'm so happy to be standing here talking to very young women who are engaged, and this gives us hope that there is hope for Africa.
Because it is only when we are together that we can have the type of life that we want.
I am Nala because I stand with all Nigerian women and young girls, and African women and young girls. As a Nigerian woman and mother, I serve every day to advance gender equality. And as a women leader, I say, I am Nala.
I happen to be a human being with the reproductive organs of a female, and so I'm called a woman. When I demand for equality, I'm not demanding for change of my womanhood. That would be unfair to the me that I am.
Allow me to also disabuse the notion that young women are afraid of political spaces, or young people are afraid of political spaces. What I have had here today is an explanation that young people are only relegated to employment on election day. That is not the narrative or the conversation we're having today.
So I think as women, right, it's good for us to check the patriarchy, but it's also good for us to check ourselves. Because if you don't think that as a woman, I am fit enough to lead you, but you're okay with a man leading you, you're okay with a man making laws about your body, you're okay with a man telling you what to do and how to do it, but when a young woman or even a woman, for that matter, stands up and dares to do the same thing, most of the time, we ask them who they are.
How come you can understand why you're violated as a man by your country, but you fake ignorance when women start talking about their reality? You fake ignorance. You're not ignorant. You come from this household where young girls are being married off, where young women are being raped. But you think that same girl is going to be having the same journey as you when you've been given resources? It's not the same. You have to pave the way. You have to remove the barriers.
We've got to have men as allies in terms of gender behavior, because what happens is that when you go home, the child 10-year-old and the daughter 9-year-old, the boy comes and throws the bag and goes to play football, and then the daughter is brought, you have to go and help your mother.
In disrupting the status quo, what we can all do from what I have done is go to the communities where these people are and keep helping them. Go to the governments where these people are and hold them accountable.
When people don't have the basics, food to eat, access to education, access to basic health, and you're there advocating because the United States had overturned a particular rule, yes, it's important. But what about our own issues? And I think we have to be very careful in terms of prioritizing what our own issues are first.
Africa is not in shortage of competent women. You listen to the women who have spoken here, you can clearly see virtue come out of them.
Men need to understand the importance of taking care of women. Men need to understand the importance of gender equality, the dangers of male privilege, and the idea of male domination in the homes.
I cannot emphasize enough the importance of securing space for women, for more women at levels of decision making.
No country can claim to be a democracy without achieving gender equality, without the full inclusive participation of women in decision making, in all our diversity.
Dear friends, we all have the power and courage within us to make a difference. Together, let us support the collective aspirations of women and girls across Africa and the diaspora, and step up for the rights, choice, dignity, and agency we demand and we deserve.
When the future arrives, you will know it. It will sound like chains dropping off a slave. It will look like today's cloud. It will feel like euphoria. It will smell like fresh rain, earthy. It will remind you just how much you belong and how you won't inherit your mother's pain, because this is the future we want, and that's because we are Nala.